this bird is. This is Lutzen. And what kind of bird is Lutzen? What kind of bird is Lutzen?
A bald eagle.
That's right. She's a bald eagle. Now, doesn't her head look a little bit dirty?
Yeah.
That's kind of like dirty, isn't it? But she's not actually dirty. Instead, she's just young. Because bald eagles don't get their fully white heads until they're 5 years old. So Lutzen is only 4 years old. So her head still looks a little bit brown and white because she's still getting her white head. So when they're 1 year old, they look completely dark. They look all black and brown. When they're 2 years old, they have speckles all over their white belly. When they're 3 years old, they have a really light brown head. And then when they're 4, they look like Lutzen. And then finally, at 5 years old, they have a completely white head. Now, if I turn Lutzen around, you can see she has a white tail, right?
Wow.
So they get that white tail around 5 years old, too. And then finally, when she's fully adult, her beak will turn all the way yellow. Because they have yellow feet and yellow beaks, which is really cool. Now, how many of you have seen a bald eagle in the wild before? Yeah, me too. Bald eagles really like to hang out in Minnesota because Minnesota has a lot of lakes. And what do bald eagles eat? Shout it out. What do bald eagles eat? That's right. That's right. She's fine, boys. They like to eat fish. And look, she's going to show off her really big wings. I know. Look at those really big wings, right? She's got huge wings. Now, those really big wings are going to be what helps her catch those fish. So she will soar up and around in the sky. And she'll look down with her really, really good vision. Remember, we talked about raptors have really good vision. And they'll look down into the water. They'll spot the fish they want. And they'll start to swoop down, just like how she's demonstrating it right now. She'll swoop down and then reach out these really big feet and catch a really big fish. Now, during a special time of year, they'll take it back to their nest where they might have babies, right? Bald eagle nests are some of the largest eagle nests in the whole world. They can weigh over a ton, which is really, really heavy. And mom and dad eagle both help build the nest. And they come back every year to put more and more sticks until the nest gets bigger and bigger and bigger until one day the nest is so big that it falls out of the tree. I know. She's very enthusiastic about this story. I know. It gets so big that the nest can fall out of the tree. So they build these really big nests. And when mom and dad bring the fish back, the fish is too big for the babies to eat, right? So mom and dad will be really gentle and they'll tear off the tiniest pieces of fish and really gently feed it to their babies. So they're really gentle parents, even though they're so big. Their babies are only this big when they hatch. Really fluffy little babies. And when they go to sit, looks like she's gonna go to the bathroom. Oh my goodness. I know. Look at that really big poop, right? I know. Ew, it's pretty gross. I told you it's the most exciting part. It's the most exciting part. She's got to poop really far because in the wild they want to keep that poop out of their nest. So there's actually an adaptation to it as well. It's pretty awesome. And when mom and dad sit on their eggs, they'll actually curl their talons in so that they don't hurt their babies. I know. She says, I'm really excited. She gets really excited. She just gets really excited. She's really young, so she has a lot of energy pent up. All right, I'm going to put Lutzen away, and then we're going to go ahead and have time for just a couple questions.